there is nobody out there like doing what you're doing with Rose. And like, I want you to explain that Sig Sauer and your partnership with them, you guys collaborated on this, a line called Rose, and it's, you know, specifically for women. Tell me about that. And that's, I mean, how awesome is that? I can tell that like it's a huge passion of yours.
Yep. It's literally my dream come true. So, little story time. Here we go. Okay, here's little Lena at 15, starts her professional competitive shooting career. Does that all the way up until COVID. That's like 200 plus days a year on the road competing, the rest of the time training, just shooting guns all the time. Towards the end of that, once I turned 21, you know, concealed carry could be an option for me. And I dived into that market and was quickly overwhelmed. What gear do I use? This doesn't fit into my lifestyle. So I didn't do it. I was super lazy. I had my permit, left my gun at home all the time. And then I had a realization for me, and it's my why, all about the why we do stuff. And I found my why for carrying. And for me, it was that I had the mental ability, I had the physical capacity to be able to have this firearm in my life and on me, but I was choosing not to. And in doing so, and choosing not to take on the responsibility of my own personal protection, is also choosing that someone else would have to come in for me. Whether it's
to protect you.
Yeah. Whether it's me yelling out and someone being kind enough to come in, or a police officer, whatever it may be, I'm pushing this responsibility onto someone else. And what happens if they lose their life?
Not good.
Ooh, and that for me, it's like
lose their life trying to help you.
Because of something that I had the resources and the ability to take on, but just chose not to, because it didn't feel like it. I couldn't find the right answers for me. And that was like unacceptable. As soon as I made this realization, had my little boohoo in my car and was like, how selfish of me. Can't do it. Can't do it. So that was my big why. Dove into concealed carry, bought everything I could find, took a lot of classes, learned a lot of stuff. And then COVID came. And through facing those unknowns in the world of concealed carry and taking on that responsibility of my own personal protection, it also gave me the confidence to pretty much during all of COVID solo travel with my dog across the country. Like everybody else was stuck at home, and I was like, I'm out of here. Load up, Letty.
And you felt safe.
We're going, And I finally had taken on this responsibility, so I could do it. And I felt safe doing it. Obviously, I made good choices.
Right. You still got to be smart.
Still got to be smart. But it just opened up a whole new world to me. And it was awesome. And I got to face fears and accept new things into my life. And then COVID came, and I saw everybody else just ridden with fear, afraid of everything. All the time. And my family has a lot of tradition. No, actually, no. My family has no traditions outside of winning matches. And my mom has, me and her, every year, we pick a fear of ours and we face it as directly head on as we can. So like, first thing we did together is I don't like heights. So we jumped off a 108-story building together. Went rock climbing and skydiving. I don't like water. I talked to you about that. So I got scuba certified. We went scuba diving, and then we went scuba diving in a flooded mine system because we also needed the dark and the cold. And there's been other things like that, all the way down to not feeling comfortable about being, I told you, elegant and like delicate. So I joined an adult jazz class and performed in a recital, a dance recital from my karate and shooting background. So I had this like history of, if there's a fear, it has to be faced. If there's something, you got to face it head on in the most absurd way that you can.
Is that, whose idea was that? Was that your mom's idea?
That's my mom. She's a baddie. A little okay. She's super awesome. And she instilled kind of that in me, and we're fear buddies together. We go and do whatever we're scared of. Her list is a lot shorter than mine, though.
Well, and she's like this incredible shooter also.
Absolutely.
And your dad. So
They're phenomenal.
Catch us up to speed on that real quick.
Ooh, so much.
Then we'll talk about...
And then we'll talk about Rose. Oh, we're
Yeah.
so close to talking about it. Okay. My mom and dad and my grandfather were all what I would consider firearms professionals. So my grandfather, my dad's mom, was one of the very first custom gunsmiths. And a lot of his innovations are what we see today. A version of them. And he was the first civilian to win an old school type of shooting match, bullseye, wearing, you know, classy suits and fedoras, shooting tiny groups one-handed.
Really?
Yep, and he was the first civilian to win a super prestigious title there. He got his claim to fame by building guns, winning matches, selling that gun to the second place guy.
Oh, nice.
Because obviously that's why he won.
Yeah, the gun.
Yeah, it was the gun, of course. And then he got his start and his name doing that. My mom has just a bucket load of national titles. She also is the only, I think, person, but for sure the only woman to have a gold medal at our rifle, pistol, and shotgun world level competitions. And my dad has 21 consecutive revolver world records and a whole bunch of speed world records that he just has set, and some other titles and shooting, and
so
that's what we do.
What's the key to all that success if you had to sum it up? I mean, because that's incredible.
The key to all that success, just doing it.
Dedication
just never
to
stopping.
the craft.
Just doing.
Yeah.
Like my mom will always be like, just jump. Like when you're on the edge and you don't know what to do, go harder. Jump. My dad is the person that he will tell you, like, he's the best because he's the first one on the range and the last one to leave.
More rounds through the gun.
You're not going to outwork him. And my grandfather, being unafraid to do new things and to fully commit once again to the craft at hand. So, yeah. I mean, if you just dedicate everything that you do to something, you'll get good at it.
You should. I mean, I that's the thing, is people want shortcuts, and there are no shortcuts.
Not a one. Not a single one.
Keep hammering.
Yep, absolutely. But so that's my family.
So Rose.
Yep.
Your pride and joy.
Yep. So I decided.
How exciting is that?
So I thought I was going to get fired.
From Sig?
Yeah.
Why?
And instead, I got a whole brand. Well, I mean, my job is to win them shiny titles. You know, like in this evolution, I'm finding out concealed carry for myself. I'm solo traveling. I'm competing nonstop. And then I just have like this moment where I'm like, I'm going to use my skills and experience to be able to help other people take on this responsibility and learn to incorporate firearms into their life and be competent and confident users. Like that competent and confident. You've probably heard me say it 25 times because it's what makes people good at something.
Yeah, but that is so different. Like, even if you talk about your mom and dad and your family's legacy, and then your titles, you're supposed to win shiny things. So that's all very personal achievements. And then all of a sudden, your mindset now seems like it's more of a service. It's helping people. So did you always have that mindset, or did you just have was there something that just clicked and you're like, I want to switch gears? I mean, you still are competitive. You still want to be the best you can be, but also now I can sense the energy and the excitement in helping others.
Absolutely. Well, it's like, I got so much support and help to be where I am. I've never acted like I just set out on my own and made it this far. I've been blessed to have support, to do all of these things, to face fears, to dedicate myself to a craft, to take on the responsibility of my own personal protection. These are all they've all been helped. And then when I look around the world, I see people filled with fear and they don't have any help.
Right.
And within my industry, I was like, damn, like, if I don't figure this out, who is? And there wasn't anybody else, so I figured I would.
You said you thought Sig was going to fire you. So tell me what about that?
Well, I mean, I had my light bulb moment, and I was like, okay, I'm going to teach everybody that I can possibly get in a room to listen to me about guns, which means that you know, that 200 days a year competing and the rest of that time training, it had to come from somewhere. This time to teach had to come from somewhere. So usually when you go and tell your boss, hey, the job that you pay me to do, I'm not going to do it anymore. I got to do this. I got to do this other thing. Usually, you know, they're like, goodbye.
Good luck.
Yeah. And it's small thinking on my part for thinking that this is my dream. This is my passion, my mission. Who else would want to be on this with me?
Right.
And when I went to Sig and I had my boohoo moment with them, and I was like, I gotta go teach everybody I can. Very luckily, I told that to a good friend at Sig, and a week later, he called me up and he said, your dream, we're doing it.
No way.
And I said, we? What do you mean we are doing it? And that's when my little mission to educate everyone truly became something that the firearms industry hasn't seen. Because we've had female educators before, we've had classes, we've had that, you know, we have guns, we have all this. But what we haven't had is a bar setter in the firearms industry like Sig Sauer saying, we are no longer just providing a product, but we're providing the user with everything that they need to be that competent and confident owner. It's not only just a gun, but it's gun, it's safe storage, it's education, it's community. Because it's our responsibility to build them up.
Right.
And no one else in the industry has done that. Kind of, we have these little segments, you know, we have these people that instruct, these people that make products, these people that'll be in the community. And they're not related. And they're not related, and they're not cohesive. And
mostly manufacturers, they want that sale.
Oh, absolutely.
And once they got the sale, they're done with it.
Yep.
They're like, okay, now go learn from somebody else how to do it.
Yeah, I'd go figure it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, where do you go? And then you go on the internet, and then it's got so much information that it's like, who do I listen to? What's a good source? What do I do here? And then also this new demographic that came into firearms, they were on the fence because most likely the people in their life are not about it. So I had to, or my goal was to provide a completely self-sustaining line. Like, you don't need someone behind the gun counter to talk to you. You don't have to have someone that knows about guns to teach you. Like, just get this kit, go online, and let's start this video series together. Let's learn everything that we need in the comfort of your own home.
Every step I take, I move my truth. Every time they tell me stop, I use. Every comment, hate that makes my fuel. Gather up my energy and boom. I hear them talking, saying the way that I move is so reckless. That is a part of my mind I've been blessed with. Giving my blood, so I am relentless. My fault, they want someone to blame. They sent their hate, it fuels my pace. I am Roy Tough, I am the change, the fuel in dirt. Feeling like